Did you want to add on to that quickly?
Yeah, look, so the last few years, me and Josh have been running a business called Pickup, and essentially what it is, it's a bit like an Uber-like model, but we take people home in their own car when they have too much to drink. So you're out at the pub, you start drinking, you jump on the app, you press book, and two drivers show up. One jumps in your car, and then the other one follows, and that's been a pretty good business so far. I'm just kind of following the wave right now, just going with it. How did I come up with the idea? Probably just being in Civic, drinking, and just finding a market for it. And yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's where we're at now. So obviously, thanks to Dave that invited us here, I would just sort of like to, before I continue, we did get thrown into the deep end. So I just want to confirm with you guys are, just before we continue on, you guys want to hear a little bit about, I'm assuming here, how you guys want to move out of school and get into the workforce, that sort of thing. That's where we're heading in this direction, is that right? Yeah, just so I'm on the same page, cool. So I'll speak a little bit about how Oscar and I started, and then I want to talk a little bit about the experience and all the things that are going to thrown to you guys about being young, how you don't have experience, and then we'll touch up a little bit, and then we can just go from there. And if you guys have any questions, just throw them out to us. So when we started this business, I was 19, Oscar was 21 maybe, and like I said, we were both still at uni, so we started whilst we were at university. And when we started, we pretty much just started. Like, there's nothing else to it. We didn't even do a business plan. We just felt like starting something. So we put up a website and we opened up a Facebook page, and then we just went from there. And then bit by bit, we just hacked at it day by day, and then until it became what it is today, which is we've got the full app, we've got the branding, we've got drivers, we have the accountants, the whole team. But it wasn't always like that. We obviously had to do, at one point we had to do everything ourselves. From there, like I mentioned, we won the Young Canberra Citizen Award, which is an award that recognises a young person that's aged between 12 and 25 that's doing something good within the community, that's engaging within the community. So obviously we're here giving up our time and stuff as well. So that's kind of little things like that. Engaging with the community is why we won that award. And then, as I mentioned, we got back from India last week, which was a mock-up parliament. So what they do is, if anyone here's into politics, you pretty much mock up a parliament, which you have an opposition, a government, and independence, and then you sit in the chamber discussing issues and a bunch of stuff. But we were just there having fun, really. So we were just stuffing around. So that's pretty much how we got started. Now, what I really learned from the trip, and I want to share that with you guys now because I think it'll bring a tremendous amount of value to you guys, is when you think about leaving school and going into, I suppose, the workforce, or when you're looking for work, you'll start to hear a lot of people saying to you, you need the experience, or you need how am I supposed to get a job without the experience? Or you've probably seen it on Facebook, there's all these memes of people saying, how am I supposed to get the job without getting the experience in the first place? Or people ask for experience, but I can't get that experience without the opportunity to gain that experience in the first place. So my point to that would be, as a young person, and we're all young here, except for you guys here, sorry. The thing about young people, the thing about that makes us young people so amazing is the fact that we are inexperienced and we do lack knowledge. So the thing is, I take that as an advantage. I don't see that as a disadvantage, because the way we see it is the fact that our lack of experience is what makes young people so great and is going to make you different from these people here. You see, so if oh, sorry, you know. You see, so as a young person, if someone said to you, you have no experience, what I would say to that is, it is that lack of experience that makes me different. I have new ideas, I have new thoughts, I have new questions, I have all these different things that the older generation have, that they do have, which is experience. If experience were the solution here, then we wouldn't have these issues, all these issues. If experience were the solution, then big businesses wouldn't have all the problems they do now. So clearly experience isn't the solution. That's not what it is. It's bringing up new ideas and new thoughts and wanting to make a change. What you need is a desire to make a change and the desire to start something or do something different. So if you don't have that desire in the first place, yeah, well, that's a different story. But you know, in short, all you need is the desire. Experience isn't a valid point here. If me and him had said from the start, oh, you know what, I don't have any experience with business, I don't have any experience with with a business, I've never had a proper job before, how am I going to start this thing? How am I going to start a business without any experience, without any job experience? Then if I could have come up with 100 different excuses as to why it would have been the stupidest thing we could have done. But we pretty much just ignored every single excuse and we pretty much just went with what we wanted to do because we had a desire to do so. Did you want to add to that, mate?
That was really good. I'm actually surprised. That was really good. Okay, so I haven't actually practiced the speech or anything, so I'm not gonna continue on what Josh has to say.
Let me finish.
Oh, you want to finish?
I'm just asking if you want to add on to it. So I'll continue on. Like I said, the next point was so when you I can't even remember where I left off from.
Experience.
I was on a roll.
Desire.
Yeah, you're killing it.
The desire.
The desire. Okay, let me just compose myself again. So that's when we started because we had that desire to start something new, to go ahead and step out of the box and think about different ways we can transition from university to the workforce. Which brings me to my next point, which was you guys. Is everyone here 11 and 12? That's 11 and 12?
It's 10s and 11s.
10s and 11s, cool. So, you know, you guys will start to think about, well, do I want to go to university? Do I want to, well, so on and so forth. So we both went to uni, and from my experience, it was, I personally didn't like it. I was going to say it's the biggest waste of time, but no, I'll take that back. I personally didn't get the full benefit out of university as others. Now, the reason is, university is good if you know what you want to do. If you want to be an accountant, go study accounting. If you want to be an engineer, go study engineering. If you want to be a lawyer, go study law. If you have absolutely no idea what you want to do, I don't see the point of enrolling into a course that you have absolutely no interest in. Okay? I think it's absolutely valuable to take a couple of years' time, if you don't know what you want to do, to find out what you want to do. I mean, try become an Instagram influencer. Try starting a YouTube channel. Try working. Don't go sit on the couch and play Xbox. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying try something new. Try different things. See what you like. See what you don't like. And then make a judgment from there. There is no point of jumping into a course that you're going to spend 3 or 4 years of your life doing that you're not even going to enjoy. Take a few years' time. Make sure you're working. Make sure you're doing stuff to test out what you like, what you don't like. Evaluate it from there, and then, if you want to go to uni, enroll into a course. If you don't, then don't. That's it.
Yeah, so I agree with Josh. The thing about being young is you have so much time. You've got so much time, you're still young, okay? So I went to uni, I studied for 5 years, I didn't like it, but I graduated at 22. and I'm still young. So it doesn't matter what you do because you got so much time. You could literally, how old are you guys? Like 17, exactly. 17, you go to uni, you try a business, you could do everything in 10 years and stuff it all up, but then in 10 years you're still 27, you're still young, you're probably younger than these people, and you could still go to uni there, get a job, end up in the public service and kill it. So you've got so much time right now. I went to uni for 5 years, I'm not using it, but I finished at 21, 22, still young, can do whatever you want. So leverage that, like you're so young, you can do whatever you want right now. If anyone says, oh, go to uni, do a trade, literally you could do it all in 10 years. You could try it all, find out what you like, and then just go from there. If someone says, oh, I'll go to uni to get a head start, or I'll do a trade to get a head start, or I'll do this to get a head start, it's a head start in what? There's no finish line, there's no race. So you can just do whatever you want to do and just test. Just find out what you like.
Test what you like, test what you don't like. Seriously, it's what we're always talking about. Talk about it all the time. So like, what is the point of? Seriously, if you don't like what you're doing, it's the stupidest thing. Yeah, I can't emphasize it enough.
Just test and see what you like. Honestly, by the end of all the 10 years, if you end up with 200k in debt, like it's not even that much on a whole scheme of things. It's not even that bad. You're still young. You can, you're free to do whatever you want.
So thanks, Oscar.
worries.
I'll just add a little bit onto what Oscar and I are actually doing now as well. So just so you guys know where we're coming from with this as well.